Welcome to the Pleasure Garden Festival online. My name is Pammy Muir. I'm a big fan of live music and of broadcasting, which is pretty perfect as this wonderful event combines the two. So I started my career working for Worthy FM, Glastonbury Festival's on-site radio station, before heading across to WOMAD to work for their radio station. And now I work for BBC Radio Bristol and BBC Somerset. So I'm going to be your host for the afternoon, and I'll be introducing the wonderful acts we have for you, telling you more about the festival and this lovely garden that we're broadcasting from. I'll be interviewing the artists and playing clips from the performers who've been live streamed from the Pleasure Gardens over the last few weeks. As you will have discovered, the live stream is being brought to you entirely free of charge, and we are grateful to the bands, the technicians, and the crew who have so generously given their time for free or minimal recompense. In particular, we are indebted to Spiralo Productions for the loan of their professional broadcast studio, which will enable you to enjoy our acts in high-def, hi-fi splendor. But there are also costs associated with an undertaking like this, even if it is small. So we do encourage you to chip in to help the festival with its charitable mission, which I'll tell you more about later when I give you full instructions on how to donate. But for now, sit back, relax, grab a drink if you have one, and enjoy the first of our acts. This is the sensational Chrissie Huntley.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello to everyone in the Pleasure Garden. Hello to everyone online. Thank you for joining us. This is very exciting. It's my first gig since before the lockdown, so I'm very excited to be here. And this is Martin, who'll be joining me. I'm Chrissie Huntley, and this song is called Out Loud. Needed time, a moment to myself so I could speak what's on my mind. No distractions, nothing else, it's just a pen with which I write. To soothe my mental health, you know the ink just cries out loud. Me, myself and I, community of wealth, no room for evil passers by. No demons or unhelpfulness when nothing but the sky could ever get on top of me. An ever-present, overseeing blanket of security. And I'm free out loud, and I'm gonna believe it out loud. And I see the clouds lined with stories untold, turning the silver to gold out loud. Don't be shy, you'll realize the truth when you can disprove all lies. Dissecting what's beneath, how will you ever see inside? Till your mind can freely speak, shout it loud for you and me together now in harmony. Oh, and I'm free out loud, and I'm gonna believe out loud. And I see the clouds lined with stories untold, turning the silver to gold out loud. Needed time to speak what's on my mind. I needed time to speak what's on my mind. I needed time to speak what's on my mind. I needed time. When I'm free out loud, and I'm gonna bleed out loud, and I see the clouds, life is stories untold, turning the silver to gold out loud. Thank you. This next song came out of teenage heartbreak. It's called Supposed to Be. Let's just pretend, just for a while, that we're more than friends. Won't you pacify my denial, baby? Take my hand and put it on your hair. No, you don't have to look me in the eyes. Just hold me when I cry to make this fair. Whoa, hold me, hold me, hold me, be my therapy. Holding, oh yes, I'm holding, oh, I'm holding on to my supposed to be. Let's make believe you still want me. Let's make believe, yeah, we're still those two kids, just turned 13. Ooh. And I don't want to hear another cliche, oh no. Don't want to talk it through again because I get it, we're not okay. But tonight, please stay, just hold me. Don't stop holding me, baby. Be my therapy. Yeah. Hold it. Oh, I'm holding on to my supposed to be. Oh, I'll admit I could recognize the change in your kiss. Now all the butterflies float away. I'll resist one more touch, hoping that you'll stay. If this is it, then say it to my face. Just pacify the ache, delay my heartbreak. Ooh. Hold me, baby. Oh, I'm holding on to my supposed to be. Thank you very much. Alrighty, we're gonna pick it up a little bit. This next one is the first song that Martin and I ever wrote together about 3 years ago. It's called Don't Worry About It. Remember what you said to me that cold November day. You said that we're not meant to be, then turned and walked away. Yeah, well, don't you said, don't you worry about it, 'cause I'm not worried about it. I've been going my own way. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So now I'm the one, well, that's sweet, so sweet. Hope your nights alone make you feel complete. Honey, you can't compete, admit defeat. Take a seat and feel the beat. When I repeat, I'm gone, gone, gone. Gone, gone, yeah. Your hands, your lips were trembling when you begged for me to stay. I've no problem remembering how you cried for me the very next day. Hey, well, don't you worry about it. I'm not worried about it. I've been going my own way. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. 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 So now I'm the one. Well, that's sweet, so sweet. Hope your nights alone make you feel complete. Honey, you can't compete, admit defeat. Take a seat and feel the beat. When I repeat, I'm gone, gone. Baby, you got caught. Well, what did you think was going to happen? Now you've got what? Oh, just know that I'm not past my prime, so I'll take my time while I sip my wine. And now you say you're missing me and dream of better days. You can keep on reminiscing while I walk away. So now I'm the one. Oh, that's sweet, so sweet. I hope your nights alone make you feel complete. Honey, you can't compete, admit defeat. Take a seat and feel the beat. When I repeat, I'm gone, gone, gone. Gone, gone. Oh, I'm gone, gone, gone. Hey, oh, I'm gone, gone, gone. Thank you very much. Okay, this next one I'm very excited about. I wrote this song about a week ago. It's never been played in front of an audience, never really been played in front of anyone. So yeah, this is an exclusive, I suppose. This is a song called Ladybird, and it's about the inevitability of time and growing older and things like that, but being accepting of it, basically. Hope you like it. When I was a child, I'd run and I'd learn how to fall. But I'm older now. Now I fall and I learn how to run. Lately I've been feeling to be found. It may seem unfair, but I'll take you there. I used to think that a ladybird's spots told her age, like lines on a face, words on a page. But let's change the story, darling, come just take my hand. We'll keep chasing the sunsets until we're in Neverland. It's only fair, but I'll race you there. Look up at the sky, see the day turn to night, just taking a bite of that big pizza pie, and I wonder just how many moons are shining so bright. For Neptune and Jupiter, Saturn and Mars, but it doesn't matter 'cause this one is ours. And millions and billions and trillions of stars, and yet here you are. Sunsets in Peru, for me it's around 1 or 2. Few hours till dawn, another morning too. Try and get it right till nighttime arrives. Try to find the good in goodbye. Don't be scared. I'll meet you there. Thank you. Okay, we're going to do a bit of a U-turn now. Going to go into a little bit of a sassy number. This one was my latest single called Life Goes On. It's about celebrating yourself and loving yourself and not taking any rubbish from anyone. It's called Life Goes On. I hope you like it. I found out, and it wasn't from you. You copped out. What a sad thing to do. I should have known you were a coward, 'cause you'd always want to be little spoon. Little boy, you croaked in too soon. Am I annoyed? I don't care enough to earn your new toy. Might just do it for you, but you ain't blocking my view. You're way too low down too. You said I'll never hurt you as you stroke down my nose. Yeah, I know some jokes too. How about the life that you chose? Life goes on without you. This is the very last song that I waste my paper on you. Life goes on without you. Life goes on, life goes on, life goes on. I want to say thanks for getting me out of a rut where I put me last. 'Cause I excused all your wrongs, so thanks for proving me right. You know you're not good enough. Boy, I knew you were punching up. I'm just calling you bluff. You said I'll never hurt you as you stroke down my nose. Yeah, I know some jokes too, like how I never came close. Life goes on without you. This is the very last song that'll waste my paper on you. Life goes on without you. Life goes on, life goes on, life goes on. And this was the easiest song to write. What a shame it's the last one tonight. So savor this final goodbye. And like you, pain don't last long. It feels so good you're in the wrong. And know that after this song, there'll be no more about you. Now one word about you. I'll be shining too bright to remember that. Boy, the words ain't bad enough. Life goes on without you. This is the very last song that'll waste my paper on you. Life goes on without you. Life goes on, life goes on, life goes on. Oh, life goes on without you. This is the very last song that'll waste my paper on you. Life goes on without you. Life goes on, life goes on, life goes on. Thank you. Thank you. In case you're wondering, I have my set list on my hand. It's all very professional. Okay, we've got 2 more songs for you. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you're having a lovely time this Sunday afternoon. We definitely are. So this next song I actually wrote during the lockdown. I hadn't seen my boyfriend in 3.5 months. And this is basically what I was feeling and a song for all the lonely lovers of lockdown. I'm going with that. It's called Me, Myself and I. I hope you like it. I haven't left my room today. I woke up pretty late. Yeah, now I'm debating if I go out or get takeaway. But I feel pretty lazy, so I think I'll just stay. So I think I'll just stay, and that's okay. And the sunlight hits my room about 5:15. Kiss another day goodbye, but at least I'm alive. When the sun goes down, I turn on my fairy lights, tucked in for the night. Just me, myself, and maybe I'll find a new guitar to play, or maybe I'll meditate. Just keep finding ways to keep on keeping on till the day when I see your face. But till then I'll just wait. And the sunlight hits my room about 5:15. Kiss another day goodbye, but at least I'm alive. When the sun goes down, I turn on my fairy lights, tucked in for the night. Just me, myself, and but tomorrow one day less to wait, closer to escape into the world I took for granted yesterday. Yeah, I know that it's painful, but now I'm feeling so grateful for sunlight in my room about 5:15. Guess another day goodbye, but at least I'm alive. When the sun goes down, I turn on my fairy lights, tucked in for the night, dreaming of reuniting. Take one day at a time, 'cause one day soon you'll be mine again. But till then, it's just me, myself, and I. Thank you. Okay, this is our last song. Can I just say a big thank you, a round of applause to Martin here. Couldn't do it without him. So this is a song. This is just a song about feeling positive about the future. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about that one. That is what it is. But yeah, I hope you've had a lovely afternoon. I hope you continue to have one. And yeah, thank you so much for having us. Thank you, Pleasure Garden Productions and Chris and Pammy and everyone. And thank you for watching. My name's Chrissie Huntley. This is Martin. Thank you. This is Everything Will Be Just Fine. He wrote to her on a Tuesday night. He didn't know what he should be saying to make things alright. And suddenly his words took flight, knowing that no one but him could get them through the night. He wrote to her through clouded eyes, knowing the way to happier begins is through bittersweet goodbyes. No more excuses, no more lies. 'Cause letting go is how he'll know where the truth resides. Oh, begin with the feeling that everything will be just fine. He wrote to her by morning light, finding the strength that he needed to look into her eyes. His love is a war and we all fight. Ooh, so free her through surrendering and joining sides. Oh, 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 begin with the feeling that everything will be just fine. Oh, and love hurts. Yes, it hurts. And all we can do is make it hurt less. And we've been burned, but we will learn that to put out the fire is to know what's best. Whoa. with the feeling that everything will be just fine. Oh, put your hands together, everybody. Begin with the feeling that everything will be just fine. Hey. Yeah, now everything will be just fine. Begin with the feeling that everything will be just fine. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. That was absolutely sensational. I think we'll all agree. Oh, I've got shivers. So, Chrissie Huntley, is this the first time that you've performed since
it all happened?
Since it all happened, yes.
Yeah, the last gig we had was February, I think. So it's very nice to be back. I was worried I was going to forget the words to my own songs because it's been so long, but we managed it, so it was okay. Great.
So how does it feel being back on stage, performing to people, once again doing what you love?
It feels amazing. Thank you so much for having me. Goes without saying. But yeah, it makes a change from the virtual gigs I've been doing online, and then when you finish a song, there's just silence.
Yeah.
So it's nice to have some claps, so thank you.
Lovely. So I'm sure lots of people are wondering, where have you come from? What's your background? How did you get started in making music?
So I've been singing my whole life. I only started writing songs about 6 years ago when I was around 19. And yeah, I went to a music uni in BIM, which is in Bristol, where I met this lovely man. And since then, it's just been a bit of a whirlwind adventure, to be honest, and I wouldn't change anything that's happened for the world. It's been amazing.
Fantastic. I mean, it's been quite the journey for musicians, having the bottom pulled out and not making any money from your music. So how have you found that, Chrissie?
Yeah, I mean, the music industry is obviously one of many industries that's been hit so hard by all of this. But it's events like this which give so much hope to the future, and potentially the way forward is these virtual events, and I think it's just been done so well, and I think it's such a great idea. And yeah, thank you to everyone who's made it possible.
Beautiful, thank you. And so your journey itself then, so last year you performed at Glastonbury Festival.
Yes.
And then what is your plan at the moment and looking forwards?
So looking forward, I've been in the studio a lot, as that's one thing that we have been able to do at a distance. So I've got some new music on the way, which will be out very soon. I can't give too much away just yet, but it will be out very soon.
Great. And so do you have any tips at all for any musicians who are aspiring and trying to get out there with their music?
I think that's the main thing, is get out there.
Yeah.
I know it's quite hard at the moment, but use the online platform to your strength, I guess, and just use any, for me, songwriting, I use any pain or happiness or anything and just put that into music and just get it all out, get it on paper, get it out, show it to people, get feedback. I think that's the main thing. Just don't do it on your own in your room.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so where can people find your music if they want to listen to you outside of this event?
So I'm Chrissie Huntley on all social media and Spotify and all of those lovely platforms. And it's Chrissie, CHRISSIE.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, and such a fantastic talent. What a way to start this festival. So thank you so much, Chrissie.
Thanks.
Absolutely wonderful. Really, really beautiful. All right, so on with the show. Thank you so much for joining us here online. Lots of you have been wondering how you can comment. So you need to sign into your YouTube account, and then you can start commenting away, and I will endeavour to read them out as well. So thank you so much. So I did promise a little bit of information at the start of this event. So where I'm standing right now is in the garden at Lincoln Court on the south side of Bath. And this is the home of Denise and Chris Rogers, who have very, very, very kindly put on this event. So Denise and Chris came to Bath in 1993. And since 2003, they have lived here at Lincoln Court, getting involved in the life of the community, organising operas and musical events in support of local charities. So Denise and Chris are passionate about live music, and several years ago joined the board of Bath Festivals, helping to raise money and to encourage greater involvement by local musicians in the festival's activities. And over the last 5 years, they have organised a small music festival here in their garden, raising thousands of pounds for Bath Welcomes Refugees, a local charity dedicated to helping refugees from war-torn Syria to start new lives here in the city. So obviously, because of the pandemic, this year's festival is fully online, and the funds donated by all of you lovely people will be used to help local musicians and live music venues survive the lockdown and come back stronger than ever once it's safe to bring back live music. It's really easy to donate using a credit or debit card. So just go to, pens at the ready, www.buytickets.at, so /pleasure garden. So that's www.buytickets.at /pleasure garden and decide what you'd like to give. So now, before Rivers of England start, as I think they're still setting up, we're going to be treated to Isabel Holly with Fly, Yeti, Fly.
It's happened again. I let another one fool me as I lie with my head in the sky, carelessly watching the world go by, and the memories are bleeding into the walls, and through the cracks they're seeping to invade. And though you're not in the room, your shadow's still creeping. And though you're not craving me, your love is still fixed upon my lips. How do I burn the ropes you tie? The spark, it flickers and fades away. Then why did our love go up in flames? And I thought it was real, the way it felt when you held me as we climbed up a tree and we sheltered from the rain. I'd never felt so safe. And though you're not in the room, your smell, it still lingers. And though you're not craving me, your kiss is still fixed upon my skin. up in flames. How do I find the ropes you tied? I can't light the fire though I've tried. And the spark, it flickers and it fades away. And why did our love go up in flames? Oh no. How do I burn the ropes you tied? How do I burn the ropes you tied? How do I burn the ropes you tied? How do I burn? Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, Mars and Mouse.
1, 2, 1, 2, 4.
To find a better place, a home on the run. I could be on top of what's holding us back. To find a better place, this river she runs for miles and miles. To find a little hope behind all your fears. You could be on top of what's holding us back. To find a little hope, this pathway of tears runs for miles and miles. So when I think of all we've done, when I think how far we've come, when I think this road gets weary, we make it home, we move along. Each step we take becomes our song. I know sometimes this road gets weary, like two swallows in the sun. To find you by my side, wherever we rise. We could be on top of what's holding us back. To find you by my side, this was paradise. Runs for miles and miles. Runs for miles and miles.
Lovely. So welcome to Pleasure Garden Festival online if you've just tuned in. So before we had Chrissie Huntley, and now we're going to be going to a band. Strange fact, in which it says on their website that a surgeon listens to them whilst operating, if that's correct, boys.
Yeah, loads of people have died.
So without further ado, this is Rivers of England. Thank you.
Thank you. We do have a crowd here, just socially distanced. There's a train coming, and I'm tied to the tracks. There's a train coming, and I'm tied to the tracks. There's a wind blowing, and it's too late to get back. There's a storm brewing, and this house will soon collapse. There's a war starting, but I don't wanna fight. There's a row winning, but you'll hold out for the right. Do you want something that you know I cannot get? There's a train driving, I've got small time left to live. I don't know if I'm strong enough to untie these ropes. I hear you say I've had long enough. It might just be too late. I don't know if I'm strong enough to untie these ropes. I hear you say I've had long enough. It might just be too late. There's a train coming. There's a fast train coming. There's a train coming. There's a fast train coming. There's a train coming. There's a fast train coming. There's a train coming. There's a fast train coming. There's a train coming, and I'm tied to the tracks. There's a train you're driving, and you're there with a knife standing back. Hey, thank you.
This is the professional tuning group. Go on tour around the world tuning.
Yeah. That was called Train Coming. This is called Billions of Stars. As you fall through your life, trying to spot the danger. It's like walking alone at night, with your eyes wide open. You try to hide from things that hunt the best at night. You get caught, though you are sometimes at fault. And on any given night, billions of stars surround the place where you're often found. Fear I fear still blinds you once you live your life. Only fear you should fear. Don't you hold back. You know it's later than you think. Sometimes it feels like jumping off a cliff. Now don't be scared. Now you be brave. Getting hold of now. Once you take some time to find out how, I will not stay to fight with you, though it seems you really want me to. You project what you have not sowed yet. Have you seen billions of stars above? The infinite dance of love. Maybe you can feel it. Maybe when young you were short of it. Maybe it's just you can't see it. Won't you live your life? Only fear you should fear. Don't you hold back. You know it's later than you think. Thank you very much. Ian said, there's no mic, Ian, for you. Yeah. So when people are looking down YouTube, they just see you going. It's the perfect gig for us.
Why have I got a mic then?
Yeah, well, because you're more sensible. No. Ian said, "Rob, you're brilliant." So this next song is called Underneath the Moon. Is that close enough to guess?
Better than normal.
We're very well prepared for this gig. Brian got prepared by going abroad and getting quarantined for 2 weeks, coming back. I got prepared by going wild camping on Dartmoor last night. Ian got prepared by having a stroke.
It's true.
I'm not lying. So 3 cheers for Ian. In March, he had a stroke, and here he is, back with us. Quite a recovery.
It is.
Um,
I can't tell you.
well, he was the most prepared, and that's why I didn't mention it. And probably the busiest. So that says something, doesn't it? Okay. Things are going crazy in my life. I'm looking out the window late at night. I sometimes feel I need the moon to fill the prison of my room. The world has got me all confused. Darkness seems to grip me. Why are we all so full of fear? Whose are the strings that keep us here? Kilometers, the average distance between the earth and the moon. You used to stop me feeling pain. You would find sunshine where there's rain. Used to walk out late at night. Now that the moon's out, I just might. 185,000 kilometers, the average distance underneath the moon. I seek my reflection underneath the moon. I will find my direction. I will find my place in all of this. It draws away my mind from all of attention, not to be alone, not to escape their deception. I'll fall awake and feel elation, validation. Sometimes when I wander up the hill, people think that I am ill. To seeing the stars what keeps me sane. I am not crazy, nor am I plain. Equals 1.98 by 10 to the 20th newtons. This is the force that keeps hold of the moon. You know we were meant to be. You and I were never free. Just like the stars, we should live our lives. You would have been crazy to be my wife. Equals 1.98 by 10 to the 20th newtons. This is the force underneath the moon. I seek my direction underneath the moon. If I will find direction. I will find my place in all of this. When I'm home again, of a sharper perception. When I'm home again, I will feel how I'm supposed to feel. I will love. I could never give enough. I will feel. I will love. I will feel. I will love. On a guitar. Bill the Goat on the bass. I will feel. I will love. I will feel. I will love. Cheers. It's raining now. Are we not live anymore? We're still live. That's good. It's not raining online. It might be. It's like Radiohead, Glastonbury, isn't it?
Almost identical.
Yes, identical.
We're much younger. I am.
We're younger than Radiohead. Is that right?
I
On
am.
average.
You are. Some of us.
Just tell me when I've got one song left and I need to stop talking. Yeah. So we have actually been busy in a COVID way. We've been recording an EP And the way we've done it started in isolation, and we decided not to make it about COVID or isolation or anything like that, but rather use the situation to do things slightly differently. And so I'm lucky enough to live near a lovely wooded spot next to a river. And so I recorded some demos to a click track there and sent them round the band and got them to demo the parts. And then we went into the studio one by one and are slowly building up this EP, which we're really pleased with so far. And it will be called, because most of the songs were recorded 8 in the evening in spring-ish, it will be called 8 in the Evening in Spring. And this song is one of those on the track. The rain's getting heavier now. I wonder if the mics will pick up the rain on the tent roof. You'll just have to imagine it at home.
It's appropriate, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Be a good one for late night heavy rain.
Yeah. Chucking it down. Oh. Yeah. We're just pulling in all the stuff. It's heavy. Yeah. Sitting on the side of my father's boat. I took a long weekend to step off the world, hoping that the rain will call it a day. Thoughts into the wind, just take them away. I lost my perspective, I'm winter worn. No one really knows the troubles we had. So be a little kind, you just don't know. There's a flock of geese flying overhead. I lay myself down on the grass by the reed bed. The April sun melts into the woods. Staring it in will do me some good. I'm lucky to be here. I'm wanted man, but I'm fighting every day, often forced to change plans. I lost my perspective, internalize some pain. The trouble in the world, it can get you down. You gotta step away now and again. 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 Sitting on the side of my father's boat. Took a long weekend to step off the world. I'm sitting on the side of my father's boat. Think I'm ready now to re-enter the world. Lucky man, a fortunate man, but I'm fighting every day, often forced to change plans. I lost my perspective, internalize some pain. The trouble in the world, it can get you down. You gotta step away now and again. 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 Sitting on the side of my father's boat. Think I'm ready now to re-enter the world. Sitting on the side of my father's boat. I think I'm ready now. Cheers. Ian, could you grab my bag for me, please, mate? No, just for it to be left in the dry. That's it. That's it. That's it, in the dry. That's it. Thanks, mate. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Yeah, just you stand in the rain, leave my bag in the dry. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. I blame the rain for my tuning. I think it's plays. Yeah, I know what I'm not. Okay. Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2,
3. I know what I'm not. I don't know who I am. Falling through the day, lost without a change. I feel my life's okay. I feel my life is done. I feel the best is yet to come. I only just left the house. Do they value me? Yes, then I'm okay. Do the bad guys fear me? Well, I'm proud to be. know what, I'm nuts. I don't know who I am. Falling through the day. I'm dead without a chain. I know what, I'm nuts. I don't know who I am. Thank you. Thank you very much. Turns out electrical stuff does work when it's wet. Another conspiracy theory I was right on. Okay. The earth is round, by the way. Selfless people. How are we for time? No one's shouting, so that's good. The Jazz Odyssey is coming up. A 43-minute Odyssey this is. Thought you'd go in your own direction. One day you made a rare connection. Seeking praise, never your intention. Your strength beat apprehension, never one for the photo shoot. You'd wear nothing and a pinstripe suit. You're more aware than the average clown. You never settled in a dull small town. You followed Gandhi since your mother died. You swam against a swelling tide. You went to help the weak and afflicted. Never thought you'd become addicted. Many years in a foreign place, and many crimes of the human race. Never needed to hear the applause. You're a saint with a noble cause. You're an unsung hero. Where would the world be without the loving things you do? Put your arms around the world and you bear it out, and you bear it out, and you bear it out again, and you bear it out, and you bear again. On your own you set a fine example, where others found too large a handful. Maybe others too should share the strain. It's you that meant the world would gain. Many years in a foreign place, the many crimes of the human race. Never needed to hear the applause. You're a saint with a noble cause, an unsung hero. What would the world be without the loving things you do? Put your arms around the world and you bear it out, and you bear it out, and you bear it out again. And you bear it out, and you bear it out, and you bear it out again. Thought you'd go in your own direction. One day you made a rare connection, seeking praise, never your intention. You never won for the photo shoot. You wear nothing than a pinstripe suit. You're more aware than the average crowd. Cheers. 5 more long songs, yeah. Okay, perfect. This is our last song now. For the tape, Ian said, "Stop smiling." No. You just keep miming. You just keep miming it. Okay, this song is called Bellbrook Lane, which is relevant to Bath because Bellbrook Lane is on the side of Salisbury Hill. And so I was lucky enough to live on Bellbrook Lane, and it was south-facing and gorgeous, and you had obviously the amazing Salisbury Hill made famous by Peter Gabriel and probably many other people. So the cynical idea behind this song was to give it to Peter and say, look, this would be a perfect cover for you to do, Peter. So Peter, I know you're watching. You can have it for a few £1,000. You're in tune. Coming down from Salisbury Hill, I love the way it made me feel. I'm walking down the Bellbrook Lane. Things may never be the same. I don't care who takes the blame. Bellbrook Lane. I'm laying down on Salisbury Hill. I love the way it made me feel. Know that what sent me there, some things I just can't bear. A moments without a care. I lay there till the sun came round. So you woke and left the Watch while the moon looks down on Bellbrook Lane, Bellbrook Lane, Bellbrook Lane. I'm laying down on Salisbury Hill. I love the way it made me feel. Looking down on Bellbrook Lane, I wonder, come shine, come rain, stream near that you'd sit. I lay there till the sun came around, seen the lands left the ground. Watch while the moon looks down on Bellbrook Lane, Bellbrook Lane, Bellbrook Lane, Bellbrook Lane. Bellbrook Lane, Bellbrook Lane, Bellbrook Lane, Bellbrook Lane, Bellbrook Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having us. It's been amazing. First gig. Yeah, for ages. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh. Absolutely beautiful. And it is raining, but what is a festival without a bit of rain? I think it adds to the atmosphere. And for everyone who is here, don't worry, they have got umbrellas and they're very comfortable. So thank you so much. Well, I think you are all comfortable. Yeah? Yeah. So, I have another song, chaps. We're going to have another song. Rivers of England.
Don't drop the ball. Thank you. I normally have two guitars. There's the other one got wet, so this is why I'm tuning lots. Yeah. But thank you. Yeah, this song is called About Hope, and no guesses for what it's about. Yes, hope. And I just want to say also, Bath welcomes refugees. Yes, well done, brilliant. Okay. worry, all your fears keep you down. All the trouble, all the time that it takes. Soon see do not good sailors make. Things don't change at a constant rate. Mother Nature, lover, hater that you need. Brother, later, you don't learn where we're wrong. Smooth seas, not good sailors make. Don't change at a constant rate. The waves they look like mountains, the sky becomes a show, but you will still be floating. They may have the darkness, but you've got the light, by which 1,000 different people can find their way at night. All opinions, all the truth never seen. All dominion, congregations you don't fit in. Smooth sea, do not good sailors make. To talk with people who you disagree. You know I love the lady, she makes me feel so proud. See ourselves emerging from the cruelest of clouds. They may have the you very much for letting us play another one. Thank you so much. That was really good fun.
Right, wonderful. That is Rivers of England. And hopefully one of you will be able to pop down here, just have a wee chat with us. So whilst I think Rob's going to come down, I'll just give a big shout out to the people who are watching and commenting. So thank you, Natalie, Bernie, Chris, Lou, E.K. Russell. So many of you are commenting and appreciating and supporting Pleasure Garden Festival online. All right, come and join me underneath the famous umbrella. So how are you and how did you find that?
Yeah,
Sorry,
can I
yeah.
wear a mask?
I know, sorry. We shouldn't
No,
even be
I'm
laughing.
fine.
Yes,
No, I
good.
shouldn't be laughing.
No.
I'll get wet.
Yeah,
it's fine.
you stand there. Great. Okay, so just tell us a little bit.
Oh, little word. It's all just improvising. Okay.
Lovely.
I'm him.
So tell us a little bit about Rivers of England.
Okay. Well, we are. Oh, what can I tell you that's unusual?
Do we have a microphone, by the way, for Rob?
Yeah, I could shout. I'm good at shouting. But
Do you have a wee microphone?
yeah,
You best go back to. I'll just So as I said at the beginning of their performance, a surgeon operates to their music. They've also performed on a beach and a planetarium as well.
Yeah, we've done all sorts of really weird stuff. We're signed to a little label in Germany, and so we've gone over there, and they're very good at putting on quite novel gigs. So yeah, we've done gigs in sand and all sorts of things. Planetarium, which was amazing actually. You know, to have like the International Space Station, not the real International Space Station, but over your head whilst you're playing, and people just in the round. We like doing intimate stuff. So I'm not going to say no to massive stuff, of course. But
No, absolutely.
yeah,
When Glastonbury comes knocking on your door,
yeah,
you're not going to say no.
No, last time I did Glastonbury, it was in a tent that had a wind turbine and a solar panel providing the power, and the power dropped out halfway through the gig.
Yeah.
But it meant that the real piano that was on the stage could then be heard, and then I just had to sort of walk around the audience and play in amongst them, and it was the best thing that could have happened. So we like doing weird stuff.
Fabulous. And so I know that we need to kind of crack on, but when did you guys start, and how can we find about your music as well?
Yeah, okay, our music, well, best place to look is the website, riversofengland.com. We started about 12 years ago, I think. Originally, Bill and I started, and with a keyboard player, and we just kept sort of evolving and you know, taking knockbacks like any other band, but just keep moving and stay authentic.
Yeah.
You know, just do what we just play what we love, and anything else is a bonus.
Yeah, absolutely. And so how was lockdown for you?
Yeah, but because we decided just to get writing, it was fine actually, and you know, we just thought, oh, this is a perfect opportunity. I didn't really want to write about lockdown, but just to
No.
record some demos at home, more in a singer-songwriter style, and then say to the band, here are the singer-songwriter type tunes. Let's make this, make that the strength of it. And so we're nearly finished in the studio. We're really pleased with how it's going, and it'll probably be out sometime next year, this new EP, and then followed by an album probably the year after. But we just keep going. We're working on videos, and yeah, you know, no rush. Just do it right once. Do it right.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for performing here. So again, Rivers of England.
Thank you.
Lovely. Okay, so as you can see, we are here in the Pleasure Gardens, and you may be wondering why we're called Pleasure Garden Festival, and that's because we are standing on the site of what was one of Bath's pleasure gardens in the late 18th century. So pleasure gardens were a place where people from all walks of life could mingle and enjoy open-air music and entertainment. So here's part of a Bath radio interview with Denise, filmed earlier in the summer, about the history of the pleasure garden and what went on here.
Hello, my name is Nick Barnett. I'm from Bath Radio, and today I'm in Lincoln Court talking to Denise Rogers about the history of the King James Palace Pleasure Gardens, which used to occupy this site. Denise, tell me about the King James Palace Pleasure Gardens.
Oh, King James Palace Pleasure Gardens. They were set up in honour of a visit of Mary of Modena to Bath in 1687. Where she came to take the waters in order to get pregnant because she was having difficulty conceiving. So they were reputed to have stayed quite close by to here in Lincoln Hall. And around 100 years later, these pleasure gardens came into being and were named in the honour of King James and Mary of Modena's visit.
King James Palace Pleasure Gardens, yes.
Yeah.
Who actually made the, not made, who actually built the pleasure gardens? Do you know?
Right, well, on the site at that time, the house as it exists wouldn't have been here. It was 2 small cottages, and we have information that from the late 1770s the pleasure gardens had come into existence. A man named Charles Waters and his son had brought them into being. They were master tailors and they owned the land and they started these pleasure gardens, and things were starting to happen.
What was the entertainment that was put on?
They would have principally music.
Right.
There were some lovely walkways in the woods behind here and people would perambulate. There were many green spaces at that time in Bath, and this was one of them. So when the assembly rooms closed in the summertime, these were places for people to come and relax. They paid a small fee to get into the gardens, gave that aura of paying for something and coming, and they were a place to spend your leisure time, I suppose.
Well, they're similar to the ones that are presently in the centre of Bath.
Yeah, the most famous of those, Sydney Gardens, which is obviously named Spring Gardens then,
Yes.
and that's the most famous surviving one. A part and parcel of the pleasure gardens being sited here was definitely Lincoln Spore, which is now the Paragon School.
Right.
And a spring was discovered there in 1737, and they then started a sort of a spa hotel for people to have rest and relaxation, and the spring was reputedly good for liver complaints.
Yes. Now, I read somewhere that spring used to turn brandy purple. Have you heard that story?
I have heard that story, yes. I haven't tried it yet.
Take us through a bit more of the history. After
Yeah,
the pleasure
during
gardens
the tenure of Robert Tanner, he invited famous bird impressionist Rossignol, who used to perform at Ranelagh Gardens in London, one of the big pleasure gardens up there, and he came down here and did bird impersonations. So that would have been an evening where people would have delighted in his impersonations.
Yeah.
He also
Things were simpler in those days, weren't they?
Yes.
A man doing bird impersonation.
would have got a huge crowd, unlike YouTube. Yeah. They had soirees, musical events.
I see.
The Invetto, the local firework guy came and did fireworks, so lots of things like that.
Oh, right. So food and drink and fireworks and bird impersonations?
Yes, and people could pay an annual token to come, which was 2 shillings and 6pence. So they paid annually, or you could pay individually. One of the tokens, which is still in existence and sought after, was for 6pence, and people could present that and then have food to the value of that.
Oh, I see.
At the time.
So there would be a sort of restaurant or cafe on site.
From one of the cottages they used to serve food and
Yeah. So we have the pleasure gardens, and that's going strongly. Does it eventually, of course, this ends?
Yeah, sadly, Charles Waters died, I think about the year 1791. Robert Tanner continued for a little bit, and although he was a pretty good entrepreneur, unfortunately, with the South Sea bubble bursting, he went bankrupt in 1793. So that's when it all came to an end.
I see. So just before Jane Austen was visiting this area.
Yes, so I'm not sure she came. I don't think so.
It sounds like she just missed out.
Yeah.
Never mind, because she records walking around this area and considered it to be very beautiful.
Oh, yes.
So no doubt that after the pleasure gardens then finished, what happened then?
The house went into private ownership from 1793,
Yeah.
and has been ever since.
I see.
So, yeah.
Now, you were telling me earlier that a famous musician used to live here.
Bilk owned it, yes. I'm not sure how often he stayed here. He bought it in the 60s. I think his brother remained here, but yes, he was here.
Oh, right. So, music's been a part of this area for a long time.
Yes, yes.
So hence the Pleasure Gardens Festival.
Yes, so we decided, mainly my husband's idea, to start bringing back that tradition
I see.
around 5 years ago and having a Pleasure Garden Festival, which we've successfully run for the benefit of Bath Welcomes Refugees, to help our Syrian refugees families in the city.
I see.
But Chris can tell you more about the music side of that.
We'll ask him later on.
Hope for a new skin. All these years and you're gone, don't know the reason why, could have been the only way out. And I still don't know the reason why, and I don't want to be alone. Pick up your dreams and pack them away, head on down the road to the dusty trail. Maybe I was wrong if I had the time, given chance I'll be on the line. And I feel like I've been born again, and I hope for a new skin, hope for a new skin, one I can live in, hope for a new skin where I can begin, hope for a new skin, one I can live in, hope for a new skin, see what's within. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, 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 yeah. Could have been a miner, could have been a man of God, could have been a troubled soul heading for that lonely road. But you come over the mountainside, show me love that was deep inside, and I saw clouds part in the wind, looking at the sun again. Hope for a new skin. All these years and you're gone, don't know the reason why, could have been the only way out. And I still don't know the reason why, and I don't want to be alone. Pick up your dreams and pack them away, head on down the road to the dusty trail. Maybe I was wrong if I had the time, given chance I'll be on the line. And I feel like I've been born again, and I hope for a new skin, hope for a new skin, one I can live in, hope for a new skin where I can begin, hope for a new skin, one I can live in, hope for a new skin, see what's within. have been a miner, could have been a man of God, could have been a troubled soul heading for that lonely road. But you come over the mountainside, show me love that was deep inside, and I saw clouds part in the wind, looking at the sun again. I feel like I've been born again, and I hope for a new skin, hope for a new skin, one I can live in, hope for a new skin where I can begin, hope for a new skin, one I can live in, hope for a new skin to see what's within. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Could have been anything they said. I was dragging my feet like the walking dead, looking back in the road so long. Heavy dreams are coming on strong. Don't be misplaced, don't be conceived, don't be anything you can't believe. Be the one that you want to be, and I'll be by your side. And I feel like I've been born again, and I hope for a new skin, hope for a new skin, one I can live in, hope for a new skin where I can begin, hope for a new skin, one I can live in, hope for a new skin to see what's within. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Could have been a miner, could have been a man of God, could have been a troubled soul heading for that lonely road. But you come over the mountainside, show me love that was deep inside, and I saw clouds part in the wind, looking at the sun again. And I feel like I've been born again, and I hope for a new skin, hope for a new skin, one I can live in.
Lovely. Welcome back to Pleasure Garden Festival online. If you just tuned in, then welcome. We're here in the fantastic gardens of Denise and Chris, celebrating live music. And it has been raining, but actually with the rain, it's kind of brought to life the smell of the fantastic rosemary that is surrounding us. So come rain or shine, the show will and must go on. So you just saw Denise's recorded interview and some of the performers who have been performing here as well over the past few months. So now that you've heard about the life of the original Pleasure Garden, here's Chris to tell you a bit about how the festival came about, how it's been coping with the restrictions of lockdown.
Hello, I'm Nick Barnett from Bath Radio, and today I'm here at Lincoln Court with Chris Rogers, and we're going to talk about the Pleasure Gardens Festival, which Chris and his wife Denise run together, the moving forces.
Yes. What would you like to know, Nick?
How did you start? How did you start?
Oh gosh. Well, I think this year would have been our 5th festival, I think. And how did we start? I don't know. I guess it all was inspired by the fact that we live in such a wonderful property which has a history of entertainment and music, and being a place that people come to lift the burden of daily life and enjoy something different.
This year, of course, we got the problem of COVID, the virus. So how are you coping with that?
Well, at the beginning, sort of rather despairingly. We announced a date, provisionally, for when we were going to hold the festival, which was going to be the 11th of July, Saturday 11th of July. And for a while we thought, well, you know, maybe we'll be able to do something, but it very rapidly became obvious that we couldn't. So we didn't forget the whole idea. You know, more and more people are turning on their computers and getting on Facebook and playing to an audience that will find them on social media. And we thought, well, why don't we do something similar? But we wanted to up the ante a little bit and give the performer the benefit of studio quality sound, of professional camera work, because otherwise we'd just be doing what they could do at home effectively. But the big, I think the big thing we wanted to do was to say, look, you know, because we over the years we have built up a little bit of a brand around the Pleasure Garden.
Yeah, yeah.
So to be able to say, well, actually, you're going to be listening to Broken Bones Matilda, but this is one of my favourite local bands. But they're not streaming from a studio, they're not playing from lockdown, they're coming to the Pleasure Garden to play for you live, and we're going to have technicians come and video them and record them.
Live feed, that's an edgy thing to do, isn't it? Has it worked so far?
I like to think so.
Yeah.
I know, talking to a lot of people that I know who are in the business of promoting bands, they're trying to do similar things. But more often than not, their live feeds are recorded as live, and then edited or tarted up a bit and then put out a little bit later. So technically they're not really live, but we wanted to challenge ourselves and actually to be able to say, you know what, the time is now 4:30, and when people look at their watches, they can say that it's actually like that, because even though it's all online, I think there's something about the buzz of something happening live that will, you know, that will make that difference.
Indeed, it does.
Yes.
And that makes quite a lot of difference, because everyone's has to raise their game. So, do you find the musicians have to raise their game as well?
I think I've noticed them getting more nervous than they would normally if they knew that they could just say, cut, let's do it again.
Yes.
But I think they like the idea as well of getting them out of their homes and coming to a place where, well, any musician likes somebody to say, well, come and play for us, and we'll record you and we'll do something. So that's nice. I think they do, yes. So we're just trying to do something that's a little bit different from what other people are doing, and so we don't get bored in lockdown, really.
Fantastic. So thank you very much, Chris, for that. And also, I was told just to give a special mention to his shorts as well. So thank you. Now, don't forget to donate. We are raising money for an important cause. So your money will go to help the performers with their expenses and to a charitable initiative helping local musicians and venues bounce back from COVID-19. So you can donate by going to www.buytickets.at/pleasure garden. And so now we will have our third performer of this fantastic festival. This is the wonderful Matt Owens.
Another week when I can't have you. Who'd go leave you for here? And it's fading in its romance. You know, grit can't wipe a tear. And I say I'm not going back. I say, darling, that's a fact. Put up the other door and pack to leave his cargo for the road. No one talks of the bad reception. Yes, to kill before the show. You get weak, so you get white. The buzzer play down when you're low. Another load in another town. Not sure where I'm staying. I could tell you that I miss you. You're bored of hearing that today. For the next 6 hours at least, I'm just cargo for the road. Where exhaustion is a constant. Strangers ask how it all began. Leave me feel of home well. I heard a cowgirl in the sand. And there's nothing less romantic than denying you ran away. 'Cause this world here waiting for you can wait to spit you out someday. No one talks of the bad reception. The years to kill before the show. You get weak, so you get wired. The buzzer play down when you're low. Another load in another town. Not sure where I'm staying. I could tell you that I love you. You don't know what to do with that today. For the next 6 hours at least, I'm just cargo for the road. I'll see I'm not going back. I'll see, darling, that's a fact. I'll be at the door in that to leave his cargo for the road. Cargo for the road. Yeah. Cargo for the road. Cargo for the road. Yeah. Cargo for the road. Thank you. The sun's come out. Hey. Okay, how's everyone doing? Awesome. This is probably the most beautiful place I've ever done a gig, so I'd like to say thanks very much for having me. So I've just in lockdown I kind of finished my second album, which that opening song I played was written when we used to do things called touring, and it's going to be the first single, and there's another track off it. I'm going to get the sad songs out the way first, and then we'll pick it up at the end and have a party. Yeah, exactly. So unfortunately this is one about death, but we'll get through it, people. And I just remembered I've got to switch over harmonicas. Wait a sec. Nothing feels like these days. I'm gonna lay them in the ground for the days that we don't. I still come around. kitchen floor. We watched the red wine pour. We watched the willow weep as the rain pours down. I will be there when there's no one else. I will be there when you forget yourself. I'll get over you. She said that I'm sure you'll get over you like a soldier does a war. I will be there when there's no one else. I will be there. You forget yourself. I will be there when there's no one else for you to turn to. I will be there when all the love you had has been burned through. I will be there. 'Cause if I don't know, there's some ways this can go, of which we've seen too much in a 2 lifetime.
Thank you. All right, so I know what you're thinking. You're all here to hear a song about smuggling cocaine out of Ireland in a bass amp. I could tell. So that's what this next song's all about. £1 million worth of cocaine. No, I didn't. I'd like to make that very clear. My lawyer told me to say, and my manager suggested that no, what happened was, it's based on a true story. £1 million worth of cocaine washed up in County Clare 5 years ago on Lahinch Beach. And the same thing happened on the guards went down to collect it. The same thing happened pretty much exactly 12 months to the day the following year. The guards went down to collect it, and the locals had got there first. And I was doing a rock and roll tour at the time with my band after Noah and the Whale called Little Mammoths. And we weren't making any money on that tour. And a guy with a big scar on his face came up, got really excited when he found out we were driving back to London. And he said, "Are you making any money on this tour?" And I said, "No." And he said, "That's a big bass amp, isn't it?" I said, "Yeah." Anyway, I said no to what he was suggesting. And and went home with no money. And I thought about that money, and this is kind of me living vicariously through what might have happened if I'd said yes. It's called Too Far Gone.
As I was loading up, it was like the rain knew. Threw up on myself, but then go waved on through. Met your guy in the dark by the side of the road. Kept your shot, no talk, just quick to unload. In over my head and it can't be undone. And the shame and the guilt have long become one. Things I can't take back and say undo. Do you pull me over? Do you lose you? Ooh, I want to hold you, but I'm too far gone tonight to try. Too far gone to try. So done with forever, just scraping by. That she never asked how and I never asked you why. And the money flew straight at the door and dead.
I'm not going to flirt with you.
You kiss shoes, feet sharp and ran. So I soldiered on with the soul guitar. But your DJ's won and the work fell hard. When I run it straight at the Dublin port. Got my $2,000 and I didn't get caught. Got my $2,000 and I didn't get. Ooh, I want to hold you, but I'm too far gone tonight. Ooh, I want to hold you, but I'm too far gone tonight to try. Too far gonna try to try. Now I'm losing it all on a blue lit night. Stepping out of the car in a solid block light. It was meant to be once, just went over the law. Then word came back, could have run a little more. Word came back, could have run a little. Ooh, I want to hold you, but I'm too far gone tonight. Ooh, I want to hold you, but I'm too far gone to try tonight. Too far gonna try to try. As I was loading up, it was like the rain knew.
Thank you. Okay, so this is a song, it's called, off my new record called Hungover in New York. And I used to play in this band called Noah and the Whale, and one of the best things we got to do is we got to do a lot of touring of the States, and we got to do about 11 coast-to-coast tours, which was epic, but each of them kind of cost us about 50 grand, and that was fine, because we had a label and they kind of paid for it. But after about 9 of these tours, we'd lost quite a lot of money. And so someone had the idea that we'd go on tour and we'd lose 50 grand, but then we'd go and play 3 shows for the Mexican cartel in these border towns, and they'd pay us 50 grand, and then we'd go home with nothing. And that seemed like a really good idea at the time. So we arrived on Thanksgiving, which I remember because it means that American promoters don't pick up their phone on Thanksgiving, and the first gig was cancelled because they found 50 bodies in a transit van outside the venue. And then they sent the cartel, then sent people to our hotel to try and find us, to persuade us to do the gig. So we all ended up kind of in suits watching Peep Show under a duvet with all the furniture in the room against the door, just bricking it. And the boys went back to London. We escaped, thankfully. It was all okay. I went to New York where I had a mate staying, and I walked into this bar after a petrifying week. And I had really long, beautiful blonde hair that I kind of shampooed every 3 hours at the time. And I walked into this bar and this girl said, "Get out or we're calling the cops." I said, "I don't know what the problem is, but it's been quite a tough week. I just love a beer." And anyway, funny story, it turns out it was a lesbian bar, and the doorman had thought it was a lady. So I walked into the next bar and wrote this song. Let's give it my new album. Okay. And I didn't need to tell you any of that, but it is all true. I didn't know this was a lesbian bar. You let me in at the door. While I'm here, let's ride it out on these beers. Hear the jukebox some more. I just escaped with my life from a Mexican border town. And for once I'm not broke, just the best place I could have found. 'Cause I just came from Henrietta's on Hudson. That's not even a joke. I'm unsolved, I'm unloved, and you can light a match right off my throat. I'm sleeping out on a sofa on Morton Street. I'm losing some days with a few hours to kill before I meet a friend in dark holidays. I'm hungover in New York, searching out every bar, every dive. It's happening all over again. I'm just making sure you're not lost time. And now Tom Waits once cracked, so this was a great town for shoes. Yeah, but I'd walk barefoot just to lick the sweat off your tattoos. Dylan Thomas is looking down from the wall, and it puts me off my stride. In a row between happy hours, chasing barmaids for brides. All those barmaids for brides. I'm home over in New York, searching at every bar, every dive. It's happening all over again. I'm just making sure you're not lost time. And then I'm off to Brooklyn for the sober and Connemara rain. The day after Thanksgiving, it's just me dodging droplets and drains. You can't be out in every single bar, get with every single girl, but no one cares. And it's never changed a thing in this neon lit world.
I'm hungover in New York, searching at every bar, every dive. It's happening all over again. I'm just making sure you're not lost. I'm hungover in New York, searching at every bar, every dive. It's happening all over again. I'm just making sure you're not lost. Time, no lost time, no lost time, no lost time. Thank you. Well, it's lovely to drive 5 minutes up the road and do a gig in your new hometown, isn't it? I'm going to level with you people because you all seem very nice. I'm a kind of plastic Bath supporter, really trying to get into it, but I was born in Twickenham, so I'm a Quins man through and through. And I've got 2 kids under 4, which is why I look awful. And I went to go and watch the game yesterday where Harlequins got done by Bath pretty successfully. I was thinking of a polite way of saying that. Anyway, I'm very hungover. But this is a really cool thing. And I'm so glad to be invited. And thank you very much to you and you and you and Chris and you doing burgers and everything. Let's go with Chris, yeah. I played a country song backwards the other day. It was amazing. I got my girl back, I got my house back, I got my car back, I got my... Anyway, that's the last song. Thank you very much for having me. I've got... this is off the first album that's up on Spotify. And... it's called World Won't Wait, and I'm very chuffed. I got Tom Waits' drummer, Michael Blair, to kind of play on it. And it goes a bit like this. Thank you very much, everybody. I've been Matt Owens. Have a great day, and stay around for everybody. You won't cross the river and that kiss get go. I need a place dark and warm with a glass till the cold. Well, the train gets in where I wanna be. Know everything will catch up with me. Smoked it right down, nothing went right. All that I seen is to get out of sight. All that I see gets out of sight. This world will wait. This world will wait. I gotta make my move, this won't wait. Laugh at all of the walls, and down to the bars. But one thing you do becomes that thing you are. No opportunity won't wait, a knock and you see. Ripped at the chances, gifted to me. Now I can't pay the tabs, drunk for free. Deep water frog gonna match the ID. Exploded and washed to be seen. But this won't wait. This won't wait. I gotta make my move. This won't wait. Wait. Now try waste teeth that a toothless grin. Honesty resides in this place of sin. Behind the 6 strings with a Fender twin. Sad luck cheaters that fit right in. And all I got left is this old guitar. Name of a girl who works at a bar with a back tattoo that runs just out of sight. If I go, well, if I could well so good. But this world won't wait. This world won't wait. I gotta make my move. This world won't wait. And this world won't wait. This world won't wait. I gotta make my move. This world won't wait. I could play for you guys all day. Thank you so much.
The absolutely fantastic Matt Owens. So Matt, when you get a moment, we'd love you to come down and just have a bit of a chin wag with us, if that's all right. Absolutely beautiful. And from someone who's performed all over to say that this is one of the best places, or most beautiful places he's performed, is it's quite the achievement. So yes, I hope that you are all enjoying. Oh, you can stay there if you want, but we've got to get the other band on. Yes, so I hope you are enjoying Pleasure Garden Festival online. I just want to give a big shout out to a few people who are listening all over the world. So Elliot and Des in California, Sarah and all the family in Howell Hill, and then happy birthday to Rosemary in London as well. So Matt, here you are. Because we're doing social distancing, then we've got to kind of just observe it. All right, so how was that?
That was lovely.
Great.
Rain stopped. No one threw anything. It was
No,
great.
no.
It was great.
There aren't enough people here, I think, to,
Yeah, no, it
to
was
throw
lovely.
anything. So just tell us a little bit about your journey, because it's been huge. I mean, started way back in the late 2000
You're making me feel very old
Oh,
now. Yeah. No, Knowing the World started in about 2005. We ran for about 10 years. And then I was in various bands. I was in a rock and roll band called Little Mammoths that did a lot of gigging in Ireland and Scotland and stuff. And then my solo album came out last year, Whiskey and Orchids.
Fantastic.
And so, and I've just recorded the new one called Scorched Earth, and the first single off that is coming out in about 3 weeks, called Cargo for the Road.
Fantastic.
So I'm steaming up. It was hot up there.
Yeah. No, you're right. And now the sun's come out.
And now the
It's
sun's come out,
beautiful.
yeah.
I think one of the questions that perhaps lots of musicians who are watching are probably thinking is how do you keep going? You know, to have such a long career, and as any creative knows, there are ups and there are downs, and to keep going, how do you do that?
You don't get good at anything else.
Right.
No, but I mean that is that I say that facetiously, but it's also kind of true. The people I know that can kind of walk into like are qualified as like doctors, like my buddy Douglas, who was the first drummer with Noah and the Whale, had to leave Noah at some point because otherwise he'd have to redo all his training. When stuff gets hard, if you do have something that you're skilled at that can make you decent money and keep the wolf from the door, it's a very hard thing to not go and do that when it steps up against it. And I think as well, I've kind of said that as long as I keep getting better, I'll keep in it.
Yeah.
You might not think that that's me better, but that, imagine what it used to be like. But again, as long as you keep pushing yourself, trying to take on new stuff and improve.
Yes. And then how did you find lockdown in particular?
That was, and I found the first week the hardest because there was, I think I lost 30 festivals, and I normally play about 5 shows a week.
Yeah.
So, but luckily, I had my album to work on. I'd always spent like 2 nights kind of lecturing and teaching in songwriting, guitar, that kind of thing. So I was able to actually spend more time on that, and that was really rewarding because everyone was at home.
Yeah.
And practicing, and I was still playing guitar, talking about guitar, thinking about stuff. And I was kind of co-writing with other people as well, so that was really nice.
That's really good.
Yeah.
And then you said on stage you're married and you have children now. So how is that kind of balancing that both? Your music, which obviously is perhaps your main.
You know
focus.
what no one says? They're actually, if you can take the hit in the morning, they're really well designed to go together. Because I normally spend the day with my kids, and Teddy, my oldest, has now started going to school this week. But then I can spend the day with them, and then come about 5, 6 o'clock, I can go on tour, and then I can do the gig, and I always drive back if it's less than 3 hours. So from Bath, I've got Manchester, London, wherever, and you can do that, and then all you need to do is just come back at 3 or 2 or whatever it is, or sometimes it's midnight, and then just wake the next morning when they wake and go again.
Yeah.
And you can actually do that, and I think it kind of focuses you as well. It's just kind of like, right, you got everyone kind of grafts a bit harder probably when the kids come along.
Yeah, I imagine so. There's this kind of famous...
Got to make it work.
Yeah, absolutely.
People dependent on me now, you know.
Yeah, the rock and roll lifestyle perhaps has calmed down a little bit whilst you just...
I never said that. No, obviously it has. No,
yes.
I don't go out any.
No, but hopefully you're kind of imparting some of your knowledge and playing music to them and inspiring them as well.
Yeah, they like singing loudly. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It's great.
Great. And so obviously, things have come to a standstill, but what do you have kind of planned, fingers crossed, for the future?
I think more of the same, to be honest. Like I said, the second album's going to come out in a couple of months, October the 30th, but the first single will come out 3 weeks. And then you tour that cycle for 18 months, and you do 2 festival runs. And by that point, I'll have a new album written, and I'm co-writing with some really cool people at the moment, which is really nice and really fun. And I want to do more of that. And I've started producing, which is really fun. And I want to do more of that. And again, you just want to start playing more with a band, which means I need to play bigger venues and earn more money so I can pay the band.
Yeah.
But it'll all happen. Like, it's all baby steps. You know?
Yes. And then do you have any advice for people who perhaps get knockbacks or get any setbacks? How did you manage to just persevere?
I do think you need to be pretty bloody minded and be honest with yourself about what it is you're doing.
Yeah.
But equally, I think if you like what you do, like I now play Americana, and I used to be in a folk pop band.
Yeah.
So but the point is that as long as you're honest with yourself about what you're doing and you like it and you think it's as good as you can possibly make it, then you can carry that and someone else will like it. I think if something's good enough, someone will like it. But it is, again, like, I think one of Bob Dylan's most undervalued quotes is it's like 99% perspiration, 1% inspiration.
Yeah, I've heard that as
well. So if you gig 5 times a week, as opposed to the guy who's gigging once a week, you're literally you're working 5 times harder.
Yes, exactly.
I should probably stop talking on a microphone. It's going awful.
Thank you so much, Matt. Just one more thing, because I'm just thinking, with the musician's head, contacts, how important is it to find contacts and to source contacts to help you get further in your field?
Well, we walked out of Nowhere in the Rail I walked out of Nowhere in the Rail like the rest of the 4 boys with no contacts whatsoever, because we burnt a lot of bridges, because I think we cancelled about 18 months of touring.
Oh my gosh!
I know. So we weren't I think people are it must have been really easy for you, because you probably walked into a manager, a record deal, all this kind of stuff. And unfortunately, I'd have loved that to have happened, but it didn't. But again, you if you go to work, then you make contacts, and if you play a good gig, it's amazing. Like the times we used to play to no one, like as Noah or as in other acts I've been in, and then you think no one's there, and then that person who saw that gig where you played you were playing like a stadium or whatever, people will come up and be like, I was at that gig at Leeds at whatever, and you're like, you can't have been, no one was there. And it's like, there's no one there. And they're like, no, I wasn't. I followed you ever since. It's those ones that you're like, oh, what's the point of this? This isn't going to go anywhere. They're the ones you've definitely got to do.
Fabulous. Thank you, Matt.
You've just got to be completely delusional. Obviously.
Yeah.
But you're playing in a bar, you're playing your guitar. How bad is it?
Yeah.
Musicians like to complain and do nothing.
Yeah. I think that helps with the songwriting process, kind of being 100%. A bit miserable, a bit melancholy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're happy, no one really wants to hear about that.
Well, Mike Stipe said it was the hardest thing to write about happiness. So Shiny Happy People was impossibly hard to write about. It's much easier to write about how melancholy and sad and depressed you are.
Yeah.
So, but you don't want to go and play that every night.
Yeah.
We did that with Noah. We had a Heartbreak album, second. And it was probably our best album. And but you know, Charlie didn't want to go and sing it every night after like 6 months or whatever. So you know, you can only dine off that for so long, and you don't always necessarily want to play like the depressing murder ballads every night.
No,
you got to have, you know. So.
No, absolutely.
I don't know what I'm saying, but
no. Well, thank you. No, thank you very much, Matt. It's really lovely to have you perform and to impart some of your wisdom and knowledge.
That's very strong, but thank you. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you. Lovely. So the fantastic Matt Owens. And yes, if you want to find any of his music, then on all streaming platforms. All right, so 3/4 of the way through our little festival, and already we've had such a wide variety of musical genres and weather. So in a few minutes, we'll be listening to an exciting and original guitar-driven band that's burst onto our local music scene. We're so privileged here in the Southwest to have so much amazing musicians and artists, and also to have the infrastructure to support bands as well, from small little festivals like this to even larger ones like Glastonbury. So before we bring on our last act, it only remains for me to thank you for joining us here in the Pleasure Gardens this afternoon. It really has been such a wonderful day, and we hope you've enjoyed yourself. I mean, it's just been so beautiful, and everyone's been socially distancing and on excellent form, and the bands have been absolutely sensational. Considering we've only had 4 artists, I think it's just a wonderful achievement, and it's so nice to support them. But please don't forget to show your appreciation to the performers, because compliments don't buy pints. Money does. So everyone who's worked hard to keep live music alive in these unprecedented times. So again, you can go to www.buytickets.at/Pleasure Garden. And then this will be available for a few days. And fantastic stuff. Thank you so much, Spiralux. We're going to head back to you just to watch another video from previously here at the Pleasure Gardens.
This first song's a song called Blame the Nerves. Here I am, this is what I see. Faces staring straight back at me. I'm standing up on my own 2 feet, trying to keep the nerves away from my knees. And there are many times like this, I know. I find it kind of hard to let it go. And every time I do this, I feel like such a mess, hoping that nobody would notice. But you gotta be joking, I'm joking on my words, and I can't get them out, so I blame the nerves, and that's just me, and I find it hard to breathe. Said you gotta be joking, I'm joking on my words, and I can't get them out, so I blame the nerves, and that's just me, I find it hard to breathe. Days like this when I'm falling apart, trying to get my way back to the start. Days like this when it's all in my head, I just can't remember what I said. And there are many times like this, I know. I find it kind of hard to let it go. And every time I do this, I feel like such a mess, hoping that nobody would notice. But you gotta be joking, I'm joking on my words, and I can't get them out, so I blame the nerves, and that's just me, I find it hard to breathe. Said you gotta be joking, I'm joking on my words, and I can't get them out, so I blame the nerves, and that's just me, I find it hard to breathe. This is not what I intended, I don't wanna get it wrong. I feel like I was just pretending all along. And there are many times like this, I know. I find it kind of hard to let it go. And every time I do this, I feel like such a mess, hoping that nobody would notice. hoping that nobody would notice, hoping that nobody would notice. But you gotta be joking, I'm joking, I'm a wet, I can't get them out, so I blame the nerves. That's just me, I fight it out to breathe. Said you gotta be joking, I'm joking, I'm a wet, I can't get them out, so I blame the nerves. And that's just me, I fight it out to breathe. Said you gotta be joking, I'm joking, I'm a wet, and I can't get them out, so I blame the nerves. And that's just me, I fight it out to breathe. Said you gotta be joking, I'm joking, I'm a wet, and I can't get them out, so I blame the nerves. And that's just me, I fight it out to breathe. Thank you very much.
All right, so welcome back to the final part of Pleasure Gardens Online. And so we've just got so many people to thank for putting on this wonderful event, and two people who it just wouldn't have been possible without. The actual idea wouldn't have been possible without, and that's Denise and Chris. So you guys own this wonderful space and came up with the idea of this festival. So how did it all come about?
Gosh, well, it's all to do with music and the pleasure garden and how things were 200 years ago when we used to have the soirees and the musical entertainments, and we wanted to bring that back.
Yes.
And bring it back into 2020. We've been doing it for 5 years. And also you're interested in music as well, very much.
Yeah, I think the first Pleasure Garden Festival was an excuse that my band could play, because otherwise it was hard to get a gig, you know. But it's moved on from there, moved on considerably. We couldn't do this without the incredible support of all the people who helped. Too numerous to mention, but we're especially pleased to say thank you to the people who have donated to make this possible, and the bands who have accepted less than a normal fee, to Pammy, who's here for the love of it, to all of the technicians and all of our wonderful friends. So thank you for your support, and please keep watching our space, and we're going to see what we can do to keep live music live. Now, Pammy, would you like to tell us who's going to be our final act today?
Yes, exactly. So now we have our final band. We've had 4 bands over the entire afternoon. We started with Chrissie Huntley. We had Rivers of England, Matt Owens, and now we have Enter Red. Yay! Woo! Yeah.
want you to know that this life is not right. And I need you to know this life is not right. Thank you guys. How we doing? We all right? All good? Stroke my head, I'm freaking. I'm deranged, insane. All my friends in my head go to find a way. Out there, we stay. It's a nice experience. He's out there, we stay. It's a nice experience. I
Hope you guys are enjoying it. Bit called Enter Red again. Thank you for coming down. It's a shame, obviously, we can't have more people down here. You know, it's a bit shit, but anyway, this next song is called Ironic Idols. This one is called De Novo.
Take your clothes off the mannequin in your car. Yourself is not your fault to get captured. You can't erase perfect imagery you hold. It's such a mystery of words. It's a shame that you perceive your demons as your friend. You can see the lies fill your head. Watch it fall. The truth descends. Watch it take your clothes off the mannequin you call. Yourself is not your fault to get captured. You can't erase a perfect imagery you hold. It's such an imagery unfolds. It's a shame that you perceive your demons as your friends. You can see the lies fill your head. Watch it go. Truth descends. Watch it you perceive your demons as your friends. You can see the lies fill your head. Watch it fall. The truth descends. Watch it fall.
Thank you. This next one's called Ironic Idols.
You made your fortune, spitting out those lies. We'll try and conquer the noise in the fire.
guys. Cheers. Are we all enjoying it, yeah? Bit more of Liam's vocals in my ears, that'd be good. Cheers. I will hopefully be releasing this next one as a single. This one is called I Got Lost at Daytime. like a moth to a flame. As you walk through the fire, and so you live for the pain. So much, guys. This next song is like a fairly recent song we've written like over lockdown. We've written quite a bit over lockdown actually. It's been quite a nice time to sort of, I mean, as much as we we miss live music, it's quite nice to get some time to write some bits. So this is a brand new song.
you turn bright red. Last time, rise met recognize self-despair. You reach out illness, recognize self-despair. You shall live. You were left alone, and all of your fears they show. So don't kid yourself. So for nothing, I leave. You learn that he sees what you turn. You turns bright red. Last time, rise man.
Thank you. This next one's called Ceilings.
Woke up today when we found our ceiling. Steady as a grace. Don't fight these feelings. Yes, I know it's fine. But remember that time when we collide, wakes up in night, days refresh, lights appear. Now we're recording. Do I blame this on you? Sure you wish I was dead now. That's just not fair now. Lost my when we unite, wakes up tonight, days refresh. Woke up today and we found our ceiling. Steady as a grace. Don't fight these feelings. Yes, I know it's fine. But remember that time
face of the night, daisy refrain. Thank you. You guys enjoying it still, yeah? Have we got a couple more for you? Diary vines tonight, you will fetishize. I won't come to this place again. I still find it hard to see what's your reality. Come back to this place again. Your music's got me looking for the other free and confusion. In the wild pronounced bewildered. See you can participate. still in denial that you're leaving. Still in denial that you're bleeding. Still in denial that I'm leaving. Still in denial that you're bleeding. Your illusions got me looking for the unfree of confusion. Into walking up the wilderness. See you where don't disappear. Thank you guys. This is our last song today, actually. This one's called You Break Your Bones. Motion. We don't talk about the rejected cause when you need it. I know it hurt. What were you thinking? Oh, you do it again. 'Cause you couldn't hide your deep inhibitions. Oh, you do it again. Now you're too high, away from here to come down. We don't talk about the battered eyes that you can't hide. I know it hurt. What were you thinking? Oh, you do it again. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't You can define your deep inhibition. Oh, you do it again. You break your bones and keep on running. Oh, you do it again. Thank you guys. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you to Chris for having us. Appreciate it. Lovely garden.
Absolutely incredible. That is Enter Red. So we've got Kyle, Tom, Ben, and Liam. Who would like to have a quick chat with us? Which one of...
I guess I'll have to.
Oh, which one are you? Kyle, Tom, Ben,
Yeah,
or...
Kyle. I'll have a
Kyle.
chat with you, yeah.
Hi, Kyle. Thank you. You guys are absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you so much.
I was reading in your kind of notes beforehand that you had 2 sold-out gigs before lockdown.
Yeah, we were just gaining some momentum, you know, but lockdown sort of. Well, it put it on hold. Let's say on hold. It didn't stop it. It just put it on hold. Like we were going to release some music, some singles, but that didn't go ahead. But next year time, move up to Manchester. We're going to release some stuff. Slightly better music scene up there, hopefully. Obviously, we're trying to revive the music scene down here, but yeah, definitely we'll come down. Yeah. We'll do a big gig in your garden. Yeah.
So you guys, how did you all form?
So I knew the drummer and the bassist. I knew them. Well, I knew the drummer from school, and then they were already in a band. And I was like, I came along. I was like, you know, let's jam. I fancy getting in a band. And then we were in a band for a year, sort of doing pub gigs and stuff. And then Liam joined us. We met each other at college, and then yeah, it's nice to have another addition of backing vocals and lead guitar. Made it sound fatter, a bit bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll all agree it sounds absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
But you're all collectively going to move to Manchester.
Yeah, hopefully. No, we're definitely. We're definitely moving to Manchester. Yeah.
Okay, that's really exciting. Sad for us, but very
Just
exciting.
getting the money together at the moment.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Obviously, it's a bit of a hard time to earn money at the moment.
It is.
For us.
Yes. So you've been making music during lockdown. That must have been kind of challenging, or?
No, it's been nice. I think to write during lockdown. You've sort of been able to focus on just writing and not live stuff. Sort of the last few weeks we've been rehearsing our live stuff, obviously for this, for videos and stuff. But no, yeah.
Great. And so what's next for you guys, apart from going to Manchester?
Next, Glastonbury.
Yeah.
Next.
Fingers
Well,
crossed.
actually, I did get tickets for Glastonbury, but it's not on for another 2 years, is it?
What?
Well, apparently.
I still heard that it's on next year. Fingers crossed.
Oh, hopefully.
Anyways,
playing
speculation. And
oh yeah, Manatee's gig. Where's that? Bristol. Rough Trade in Bristol. What date is it? 27th of November. See, I don't know anything. 27th of November. We're playing with the Manatees. Yeah, come along to that. We can find tickets and stuff on our Instagram and things like that. So, yeah, go check that out.
fantastic. And just couple more things. So you were track of the week on BBC Bristol. Is that right? BBC Radio Bristol.
Track of the week on BBC Bristol and Upload, and yeah, it was nice.
Great. So you are getting yourselves out there, which is.
I think that was a demo we released. I think that got track of the week on there. It's nice to know that our demos are getting track of the week. You know.
Yeah.
And when we release something bigger and better, it could go further. Don't know.
Fabulous. Yes. And so where can we find your music outside of here?
We're not on Spotify at the moment, but we're going to be on Spotify soon. But we're on SoundCloud, on YouTube. We've got a bunch of live videos on YouTube. So, yeah, look at that. That's some nice stuff on there.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Would you be so kind as to play one more song for us?
We got another song? Yeah, we definitely got another song, yeah. Yeah, we'll play another song.
Lovely. So thank you so much, Enter Red, and thank you so much for this wonderful festival.
Cheers.
Might be a bit rough.
Yeah, I haven't played this one for a little while, so let's see how it goes. If this string doesn't break as well. Here we go. Blissfully unaware. Life led by acting, not emotion. It's not a choice that we all share. Shut your mouth, get out the house, move on, son. Just be a man. Well alone, cut your wrist. So he don't feel. The sound watching your mind. Mixed signals lead them live for acting, not emotion. It's not a choice that we all share. Your mother shrieks, your brother cries, the drive that drinks the liquid rise. Shut your mouth, get out the house, move on, son. Just be a man. When long, because you're rich. Shout his soul so he don't feel. This sound what's in your mind. It signals leave him blind. This sound what's in your mind. Cheers. Cheers.